So we're learning a mimer for Parshas Shemos, mimer from Torah Or, and the mimer starts with lehovin mimer azal al posuk Tovim dodecha miyayin. To understand the statement of the rabbis, this statement was said in Tractate Avodah Zarah, page 35. It speaks about the pasuk Tovim dodecha miyayin. This pasuk is from Shir Hashirim, chapter 1, verse 2. So there's a pasuk in Shir Hashirim, in the Song of Songs. It says that your simple translation would mean your uncles are better than wine. Ki tovim dodecha miyayin. So, and then it says, Arivim olai divrei sefer. The words of the teachings of the rabbis are sweeter to me than the wine of Torah, the written Torah. So the oral Torah is sweeter to me. It says over there, Amor Knesset Yisrael, the Jewish people said before Hashem, the assembly of Am Yisrael said before Hashem, Ribono Shel Olam, Master of the world, Arivim olai divrei seferim, the words of the scribes, the oral Torah, the written laws of the scribes, of the Chachamim, are sweeter to me more than the written Torah. Okay, that's the beginning. That's the first statement. So the Alter Rebbe questioned this language. As usually, he starts with the diukim, with trying to figure out the precise reading of these statements. It says, "V'yesh lehovin loshen olai." What is? You could have said, "Arevim divrei seferim." The words of the scribes, the words of the rabbis, are sweeter to me than the written Torah. Why do you have to say Arevim olai? He says you could write li. Arevim li, to me, it's sweeter, the words of the scribes, than the written Torah. In Eksiv, it says in Parshas Nitzavim, La'avo es Hashem Elokecho. Why you should love Hashem your God? Ki hu chayecho. Hashem your God is your life. Pirush ki hu chayecho hainu nesina stam. It says, what does that mean, ki hu chayecho? Netina stam. There's a reason why you should love him. What's the reason? He's your life. V'chaneda, it's known, this is a Gemara in Rosh Hashanah, says the chi, when you see the word chi or ki, meshamesh ba'arba lashonos. It's being used in four different expressions. The word ki. V'kan meshamesh b'loshen deha. Over here, the word ki would be used as this is the reason why you should love Hashem. Shu nesina stam. It gives us a reason why love is Hashem Elokecho, why you should love Hashem your God, mipnei shehu chayecho, because He's your life. So if you contemplate that Hashem is if you contemplate that Hashem is chayecho, Hashem is your life, you come to love Him. That's what the pasuk says. Love is havai Elokecho, love Hashem your God. Why? Because ki hu chayecho. So contemplating on Hashem, that He is your life, is giving you life every single second, would cause you to come to Avos Hashem. Now, our Rebbe is going to explain what does it mean that Hashem is the life of a person. Shamatzi Elohim Baruch Hu, the supernal emanator, blessed be He, U'Mekeir HaChaim, is the source of life, U'Mekeir HaTanugim, and the source of delights. K'mo Yishakosu, it says in Tehillim Lamed Hey, Ki imcho mekeir chaim. So imcho mekeir chaim umimcho hakoel kisiv. And then he brings the Divrei Hayom in the book of Chronicles where it says Ki mimcho hakoel. So we have two psukim, imcho mekeir chaim in Tehillim, and umimcho mekeir chaim, umimcho hakoel. And from you everything comes to you. So imcho mekeir chaim means that the life are from you. And mimcha kol, everything is given from you. That's from the Divrei Hayom. Shemimenu nimshechu kol ha'chaim v'hatanugim. From Hashem come every aspect of life is coming to a person from Hashem. V'hatanugim, and the lights also, animtzoim ba'avo ilomis, the delights that are to be found in the four worlds. Atzilus bria atzir asiyah. V'yizbochu chai ha'chaim. And Hashem Himself is the life of all lives. V'ilazis. Therefore, when you think about that, you contemplate or so far these three statements that we said. He is your life, the source of life is from you, all the tanugim, all the life, everything is coming from Hashem. Anything that is to be found in the four worlds, Atzilus, Bria, Atzilus, everything is from you. That would lead us to Havas Hashem. Okay? You contemplate. He will be drawn to love Hashem. The same way that we all love our lives, we love to live, and that people try to hang on to their life as much as they can. So similarly, he would love Hashem. He would develop love to Hashem. He's the Chaya Chaim, the source of life, and he is giving him individually Chaim. He's giving him life. See, the whole Maimon is about you today.
The what?
The whole Maimon is about him today. It's giving him Chaim and Chaim. Like I say, Chaim Olam. Ach Ava zu shedimshecha min hatam ki hu chayecha. This Ava that came because of a reason, we said why you should love Hashem, ki hu chayecha. Lo nikras adam mesirus nefesh. That's not Ava that is called mesirus nefesh type of Ava.
Right.
It's Ava, you give me a good reason to love you, I love you. You didn't give me a reason, I'm not. So, lo nikras adam, it's not considered yet mesirus nefesh. And name of a pasuk that is written in Parshas Vayischanon, b'chol nafshecho, b'chol meidecho, we said in the Shema, b'chol nafshecho, b'chol meidecho, that's not b'chol nafshecho, that's not b'chol meidecho. Not with all your soul, with all your might. Because you have a tam, you have a reason. You have a good reason to love Hashem. Tanta. You know what tanta means? Ta'amim, nekudot, tagim, otiot. Ta'amim is the trop of the Torah. You have the nekudos, the vowels. Tagim is the crowns of the Torah, and then you have the letters. So each word, each letter has this four things. Has tanta, tamim, trop, nekudot, the vowels, the tagim, the crowns, and the ot itself, the letter itself. Hey, hu bevichinat.
Interesting order he puts them in.
Yeah.
When do you think you'd start first with
the highest? The highest.
The crown, the highest. But
the tam is the highest. It says that the Rabbi Akiva expounded on the tagim of the Torah. He said it says that Rabbi Akiva expounded tilim shel halachos, mounds and mounds of halachos on the tagim, on the crowns of the Torah. But over here it puts the tamim, the trop is first. Because nobody yet explained it, what it means and why is it sometimes it's severe, sometimes it's revi. You know, what's the reason behind the trop? And the nekuda is also, there's so many variations of how to read the word. The moment in the Torah, since it's not written, it's there because with Vayomer Hashem Moshe Lemer. Vayomer you have patach underneath, but when you say it, you have to say it with the right vowel. So the nekudas are there, but they're not visible in the Torah.
Do these correspond to the Atzilus?
B'Yetziras here? Let's see. That's a good thinking. Let's
The
see.
highest to the lowest.
Yeah. So he Amen. So he writes, "V'chinas tanta, v'chinas haneitzolim, tamim b'chochma." See what it means. He writes that the root of tam, the what we call the cantillations, is connected with the world of Atzilut, as it says in the Torah Sod, in Kabbalah, regarding this concept of tamim, nekudot, tagim, otiyot. Right? So in the letters you have 4 details in letters. You have the body of the letters, you have the crowns, you have the vowels, and then we have the tamim, the trop, the cantillations. But the order is going to be tamim, the cantillation, the trop, nekudot, the vowels, tagim, the crowns, and then the letters. So he explains, if you notice, you write tamim bechinat ha-chokhmah. Tamim is tamim bechokhmah. Tamim, the trop, is associated with chokhmah. Nekudot, the vowels, is associated with binah, and tagim, is the crowns, is associated with tiferet, and the letters themselves are malchut. So we have chokhmah, bina, tiferet. It jumps to tiferet. From bina, it jumps to tiferet, to the splendor, beauty, and from tiferet it goes all the way down to malchut. So we see that the tam, you know, what does the word tam mean? Tam means trop, like what we say over here, ta'amim. It's the flavor, right? The flavor, and also the reason behind things. Ma tam, the Gemara says many times, ma tam, it's what's the reason? Why do you take this position and not that position? So say ma tam, what's your reason? So there's many interpretations of the word tam. Tam can mean flavor. Is it ta'im? It's not ta'im. Ma tam, is it you have a sweet taste? Is it a spicy taste? And tam can mean a reason behind things. Why do you do certain things? And it could also mean the trop itself, the cantillation. That we either it's a V, or it's a Dalgos V, or it's Merchat Tipcha, or whatever the tam is. But over here it says Shinyan tam is associated with Chokhmah, because the reasoning explanation associated with Chokhmah, with wisdom. What is Chokhmah? Chokhmah is Reshit HaNetzalim, is the beginning of Seder Shtalshelut, is Chokhmah. Aval HaMatzil Ein Sof Baruch Hu. It comes to the emanator himself. Umerumam v'nisgav af migeder HaChokhmah, is much superior to the level of Chokhmah. Kemo shekatuv, we said in Tehillim Kuf Daled, Kulam b'Chokhmah asita, you are created all with wisdom. The tricky part over here is that he uses the word Chokhmah and asita and asiyah together. Because seemingly asiyah is the lowest, Chokhmah is the highest. Right? Chokhmah is the first level, and asiyah is the lowest world. And with us also, we have machshava, dibur, maaseh, thought, speech, and action. The lowest garment is the garment of asiyah. Sha'chokhmah nechshevet la'asiyah gashmit kamei yitbarach. So what does the pasuk means to say? Kulam b'chokhmah asita. Simple meaning, you have created everything with wisdom. But he says that chokhmah to him is what we consider chokhmah to him is asiyah.
Right.
Everything that we see from Hashem's perspective is asiyah, it's physical act. So if the pasuk says la'avai Hashem Elokecha, Parashat Nitzavim, love Hashem your God, ki hu chayecha, you should love him because he is your life. You're giving me a reason to why I should love Hashem. And the moment that you give me a reason, I'm limited to that reason. It's not Mesirut Nefesh. You do for me A, I do for you B. So there is a reason to the relationship. we are looking for a much deeper relationship with Hashem, because we say, "V'chol nafshecha, v'chol dodecha," you be willing to do mesirut nefesh for Hashem. So why are we given? Why is the Torah is giving us a reason? Love Hashem your God. Say love Hashem your God. Why have to tell me ki hu chayecha, because He's your life? בלי טעם ודעת כלל, רק מצד אהבה פשוטה להשם, המרומם לבדו, ואין ארוך אליו כלל. So a true mesirut nefesh is above explanation. Where is a mesirut nefesh coming from? Why is somebody willing to give up his life to Hashem? And Jews did it many, many times. Because Or and Sof is much higher than Chokhmah. And Or and Sof is felt in the neshama of a Jew. The neshama of every single Jew is connected to the Ein Sof. And the neshama feels it at times. The moment that you arouse Mesirus Nefesh within you, you are immediately connected to the Ein Sof. And then there is no Chokhmah. You do things that are not necessarily logical. But Ava that has Tam, I love you because you're giving me life. The moment you try to take them away, God forbid, then maybe I shouldn't. Right? Batla siba, batla mesuva. You change there's changing of circumstance, so maybe there's a change also in the connection. Maybe.
That's what the Goyim like to say.
Mm-hmm.
Till death do us part. Yeah, but that's you had to change in your relationships, and now you're threw under the bus, and now got Mr. J instead. Chas v'shalom.
So it says, it's written in the book of Malachi, Ani Havaya lo shaniti, Havaya, Shem Havaya lo shaniti, did not change, ben kodem shenivra olam uben achar shenivra olam. Ein bo shinui ve'itpalut klal. There was no change in Hashem before creation, after creation. Ein bo shum shinui ve'itpalut klal. What does that mean?
What line are we on?
I'm not reading the same book.
I don't know. You don't have a line are we on? We're about 4 lines from Vihine.
Hold 1 second, I'll go back to this book.
You in Malchus? You're in Torah Malchus?
Yeah.
31.
أتوا الشم يجيب مثلا على تحت اسمها سماء المحترمين.
We're at 31.
أتوا ريشون وأتوا حرام بالعداقة إن إلوكيم كبتس نفوسات كل بيت على الركب وتعالس.
So, and right now we're holding at 31.
أتوا ريشون أتوا حرام.
Thank you. The confirmation.
Second opinion.
So it's the fact that Hashem is coming or is above the world, Hashem is higher than the world, is expressed in the words Ani Havaya lo shaniti, meaning that the creation of the world did not cause any change in Him at all. When we occupying ourselves with certain activity, so He can be occupied with it. He is captured with this, with the activity that he is involved with, and sometimes he even gets excited from it. For example, an artisan that builds a vessel or utensil, at that time is not available to deal with other things. He's dealing with creating, with crafting, whatever he's building. So he's occupied with that. So the pe'ula, the act that he's involved with causes change in him. His situation is not his situation. His position before building and after building changes. Now he gains some money. But Hashem, on the other hand, since that all the worlds are not compared to Him, Ein aroch elav, nothing can be compared to Him. They're all insignificant in comparison to Him. So therefore, their creation is not tofeset makom. It doesn't take any space in Him. It's not something that would change Him. So, going back to the concept of true love of the neshama to Hashem, v'inyan ahava zu, היינו שאינו רוצה להיות נפרד מייחודו יתברך, אלא למעבר אחד באחד ממש. So this is a statement from the Zohar, that a Jew is incapable, a Jew doesn't want to be separated from the yichud of Hashem, to be separated from Hashem. Rather, the Zohar tells us, he wants to be one with Hashem. למהווה אחד באחד. He wants to be part of godliness. Deep inside, every single Jew wants it. He wants the Elokut to shine in him. He wants the Elokut to be revealed. And he doesn't want to be separated from it. So when we say Ki hu chayecha, on one hand it is a reason for why you should love Hashem. La'ava et Hashem Elokecha ki hu chayecha. On one hand it's a reason, but we're trying to get to Ki hu chayecha, we're trying to get to the source of life, and we're trying to get to Chaim Amitiyim, to true life. We have to see what it means, Chaim Amitiyim. What does true life means? But if we tap into Chayei HaChaim, we said Ashkim Cha Mekor Chaim, if we are able to tap into Chayei HaChaim, to the source of life, then we get to Chaim Amitiyim, to the true life. It says, when we say B'chol levavcha, B'chol nafshecha is already dealing with Mesirut Nefesh. והיינו עניין בכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך למסור נפשו ממש למעלה מן הטעם ודעת. That's why one of the things that you have to think about in קריאת שמע is מסירות נפש. והוא התקשרות במהותו ועצמותו יתברך שלמעלה מעלה מבחינה טעמים נקודות תגים אותיות. Connecting ourselves to Hashem in such a way that is above reason. I don't love you because you're giving me life. I don't love you because I have a family, because all the blessings that you have given me. My connection to you is much deeper than all the perks that I have in life. והנה אהבה ומסירת נפש זו, this love and מסירות נפש, יש בכל אחד מישראל בכוח אלא שבבחינת אלם ואסתר. Every Jew has this אהבה. Every Jew has אהבת Hashem that is above reason, not because I have this or that. I did to you this, you did for me that. Rather, it's much deeper, much greater. It's the Mesirut Nefesh within every single person. וכדי להוציאה, the problem is that it's concealed, it's hidden. כדי להוציאה מאלם אל הגילוי, in order to reveal it, הוא על ידי בחינת יינה של תורת דווקא. We need the wine of Torah, as we mentioned previously, נכנס יין, יצא סוד, Gemara in Eruvin and Sanhedrin, where it says over there the concept of when wine enters, secret comes out. And what is the secret? What is the sod haganuz benefesh? What is the secret that is hidden within a nefesh of every single Jew? Yahava mesuteret is the hidden love to Hashem. ועל ידי שייכנס בנפשו בחינת יינה של תורה, the moment that the wine of Torah enters, שהוא בחינת קיום התורה והמצוות, the fulfillment of Torah ומצוות, שעל ידי זה נמשך התגלות אהבה מסותרת. So when the wine of Torah and mitzvot enters, the secret comes out, the hidden love to Hashem is revealed. שתצא אהבה לגילוי בלב כנסת ישראל, that the אהבה should come out to be revealed, שיהיו בוערים באהבה פשוטה, that they would have it'd be a burning love to Hashem, with a simple love. When you say simple love is love without reasons, למהווה אחד באחד, to be one with Hashem. והנה, בשבת זו, אבל הנה בשבת, specifically on Shabbat, מתגלה גם כן בחינת אהבה מסותרת, ובחינת גילוי. Shabbat is the opportune time for the revelation of אהבה מסותרת, of the hidden love. והעניין דהנה כתיב, it's written in פרשת יתרו, 6 ימים עשה השם את השמיים, וביום השביעי שבת. Right? For 6 days Hashem created the heaven and the earth, and on the 7th day, Shabbat vayinafash. How can we use this expression, Sheshet Yamim Asa Hashem et Hashamayim? By Hashem, there's no amal and there's no yegiah, there's no toiling, there's no effort that is involved in creation. Ki hu amar vayei, he said, and the things came to being. Ki b'asara ma'amarot nivra olam. Hashem said, maza ma'amar. What is ma'amar? Ma'amar is saying. Hashem utters something and it happens. So what do you mean, Sheshet Yamim Asa et Hashem, 6 days needed for him to create? He said, let it be light, and light came into being.
You could have said the whole package finished.
Yeah. Ki b'asara ma'amarot shem 10 sfirot nivra olam. These 10 levels, 10 manifestations, Hashem created the world. U'bereshit nami ma'amaru. Bereshit is also called ma'amar. The Gemara in Rosh Hashanah says that Bereshit is part of the 10. דהיינו שגם החוכמה דאצילות, ראשית האצילות, הוא גם כן בחינת מאמר. Even the highest level in the highest world, which is chokhmah, is also מאמר. It's also utterance. Hashem said something. מאמר לבד לגבי מהותו ועצמותו יתברך. So we have a question, what does it mean? ששת ימים עשה השם. בעניין כולם בחוכמה עשית. You created them all with wisdom. Even Asiyah for him, even Chokhmah is, for Hashem is considered Asiyah. Uvesheshet Yimei Bereshit, and the 6 days of creation, Nishpelu HaChokhmah v'Amidot Elionot. When it comes to the 6 days of creation, the Chokhmah was lowered, Nishpelu, almost like humbled. They were humbled, v'Amidot Elionot, and also, not just the Chokhmah, also the Midot, the supernal attributes were lowered as well. Shem asara ma'amarot livra olam. The 10 utterances that were used to create the world were lowered. Kemo al derech mashal ha'adam ha'oseh eize melacha. For example, somebody that is doing some type of work, shekotev, either he's writing or metzayer or he's painting, eize tziur, azay mashpil sichlo u'machshavto la'ayen bo'to tziur v'aktav. He's now lowering his intellect and his thought to contemplate on that specific painting, on that specific writing.
Into the into the doing.
Exactly.
Into the physical.
When someone is writing or painting, there is a need for, there's a necessity that his intellect, his machshava, their supernal powers, inner powers, will be occupied with the writing or with the painting. So this is Yerida, this is a descent of the essence of his intellect, that is occupied with the writing or with what he's doing. When now he's not involved with that activity anymore. Now his intellect is like reverting back. His intellect, his machshava, his thought are now going back to the core.
You know, but yesterday we talked about the guy that was 100 points smarter than Einstein, but nobody knew it because he never was able to communicate his smartness to anybody. Here, the guy, he finally writes it or paints it or whatever, and therefore he's able to not show the.
One second, he's giving a mashal. He's giving a mashal to this. You'll see. It says, what are we trying to say? If I have to use, when someone's doing something, he has to use his machshava. Machshava is almost like his thought is coming out of its casing. It's in its core. It's coming out of its casing, and now it has to be involved with that specific thing. right? Unfortunately, we can't think about 100 things at the same time. We think about one aspect, and we can jump from one thing to another. But when you think about one thing, you're thinking about it, and you're involved with it completely. So it's called lowering. It's from its very core. It has to come out and be involved with that specific thing. What happens l'mayla? B'sheishis and Bereishis, in the 6 days of creation, nishpelu es-sefiros alyonos, the 10 supernal sephiros were lowered. Leos brias olam, then that the world will be created through the 10 sephiros. So there was a humbling to the 10 sephiros to create the world. Uba Shabbos, and on Shabbos it says Shabbos vaynofash. There was resting. What does it mean? That the spheres went back to their source. A power is used, and now the power went back to... What happens when you on vacation, you're resting? Your powers are not being used. You work, you get up, you use your either intellect, whatever it is that you do, you're using it. You're using the talents that Hashem is giving you. They are being expressed. You're resting, all the powers are now reverting back. The energy is now restored. And that's what happens when we go to sleep. Our energies are now restored. We're not using them, and therefore they are being empowered again. So the 10 sephiros were used for 6 days. They were lowered to create a physical world. And now on Shabbos Vaynofash, they're going back to their core to rest up and to be re-energized. So he writes, "Uveshabbos Shabbos Vaynofash nis'alu ha'chochma u'midas le'mosar atzmus." The chochma and midas were elevated back to the very essence of Hashem, le'mosar v'atzmus yisborach, to the core, to the essence of Hashem. V'nisgava v'chinas ein aroch. They went back to the level before ein aroch, which is not comparable to what they were doing. Mekira ta'anugim, the source of the light. We said before that Shabbos is an opportune time for the revelation of the concealed Ava. Each Jew has the Ava Mesuteres, and Shabbos is the opportune time to reveal it. I have to figure out why. What is Ma'usei V'atzmusei Zborach? We said that it goes back, the powers are going back to the very essence of Hashem. We know that Ma'usei V'atzmusei is Mekira Tanugim, is the source of delight. Any type of delight that exists in Chochmah and in all the other midos is rooted in Mekira Tanugim. It has a source. Where is Mekira Tanugim to be found? Source of delight. Where is it to be found? In Mahusei V'atzmusei, in the very essence of Hashem. The Tainug, once it came down to Chochmah, is limited to Chochmah. Tainug went down to Tiferes, is limited to Tiferes, and it went down to Malchus, is limited to Malchus. In its core, there's no limitation. But where's the core of Tanugim is Hashem's essence. Why Shabbos is the time for Ava Mesuteres to be revealed, a hidden love to be revealed. So he's explaining to us that on Shabbos there is a revelation in Neshamas Yisrael from Mekira Tanugim, from the source of the light, because all the godly powers were elevated to the core of the light, Mekira Tanugim, to the source, and in there is a revelation that caused them to reveal the hidden love. We said before why we love Hashem. The Pasuk tells us, Le'avo es Hashem Elokecho, love Hashem your God. Why? Because Ki hu chayecho, because He's giving you life. Ki hu chayecho is come to us from tam, but I can again interpret the word tam as reason, or I can say it's taste, right? It's two different things. If I say I love Hashem because He's giving me life, that's the reason, right? So that's limited to the reason. But if I say that tam is not reason, tam is taste, tanug is delight, so that's a whole different expression why we love Hashem, because we have Hava Mesuteres, and He brings us to Mekira Tanugim, to the place of delight.
It's still
And then the Avo is coming from the, one second, Avo Kiu Chayecho, he writes, Nimshechas Me'atam Va'ineg is coming, is derived from Tam and delight and pleasure. That is enclosed and comprised in Chochmah. But in Shabbos, when the level of Mekira Tanugim is revealed, and that level is above Chochmah, so the love is coming from Ava Pshuta. Ava Pshuta, simple love to the essence of Hashem, that is above all the worlds. And all the above, he said we have to prepare before Shabbos to eat on Shabbos. So that can take place if we're prepared. What is the preparation during the week? Yeina shel Torah, the wine of Torah, Kiyum mitzvahs, the fulfillment of mitzvahs, Shebayim Elu B'Shorot Tzanayim, because the supernal will of Hashem is embedded in the mitzvahs, is enclosed in the mitzvahs. Shu Lamala M'Chinas Chochma Kaneda, and which is above, the rotz in the tam of the mitzvah is above seichel. What did we say? You have seichel, and then you have the tam. You have the delight, the rotzin. What is the tam of Hashem? Even if you're calling a tam a reason, what is the reason that Hashem gave us the mitzvah? Why did He decide that we connect with Him through tefillin, not through something? No idea, right? So it says, so the tam itself, where is it coming from? Shubam Melubash is rotzin in the supernal will. And that the supernal will of Hashem is above Chochmah. Like by us, our Ratzon is superior to Chochmah. Ratzon is our drive, right? Drive is higher than Chochmah. Chochmah is being used to fulfill the Ratzon. So the same thing with Hashem. Why are we, Hashem decided that we should do the mitzvahs in a specific way? Because that's His Ratzon. By revealing the supernal will, that would cause the hidden love to be revealed. So seemingly the two are associated, or the two are related. If you reveal the Ratzon Elyon, or if the Ratzon Elyon is being revealed, it reveals immediately the hidden love. What is the hidden love? Is Ava that is above Ratzon, above any reason, above Seichel, above Chochmah, above Tam. So since the mitzvahs are coming from the supernal will of Hashem, Shuhu l'maylam chinas ha'chochmah Tam, which is above Seichel, above intellect, so then the mitzvahs that we do, Pe'ulas ha-mitzvahs, is designed to awaken the will and the Ava that is above Chochmah and Tam, above Seichel. Again, so the mitzvahs are originated from the supernal will of Hashem. The supernal will of Hashem is above intellect. So the pe'ula of the mitzvah, the act of the mitzvah itself, has the capability of arousing the will of Hashem that is above Chochmah. What is also the love to Hashem that is above Chochmah. And that's the meaning of wine enters the secret, comes out, nichnas yain, yotza soid. Soid is the hidden love, it's secret, it's hidden. And the moment that the wine of Torah enters, the fulfillment of Torah mitzvahs, the secret comes out, which is avo, love, that is hidden, and now it's going to be revealed.
All right, time to stop.
Okay.
I should go.
Welcome to you.